Hello, hey my friends, 𝗵𝗲𝗍𝗆 here. So great to have you here. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to, oops, let me just fix something here, sorry. The art of elegant influence, how to inspire people to take action with your content. Have you ever kind of wondered how to inspire people to reach out to you, to want to work with you? Like how to use your content to bridge that gap between stranger or follower or someone in your audience and paying client? Like how do we do that? And if you're creating content and it's not leading to clients, this is really going to help you. Our online world, as you know, is noisier than ever, and it's getting harder and harder to stand out and get that cut through. And you can just kind of blend into the sea of noise that's happening on there if you don't know how to really influence people to not only just stop the scroll, get their attention, but maintain their attention, and then actually get them to take some action, whether that's sending you a DM, sending you an email, responding, registering for your event, whatever it is that your call to action is. We need to know how to use the art of elegant influence to actually inspire someone to take that action. And elegant influence is the bridge, and it gets your message to the people that need to hear it and evokes that actual action. It gets them moving, it moves people. And you can have like the most incredible offer, you can have amazing experience, incredible knowledge that can help people. But if you don't know how to influence people using your content, it doesn't work. It doesn't land with the right people. And it might be just entertaining for them, or it might be quite interesting, but it's not actually going to get them to shift. And that's what we want people to do. We want them to shift, read our content, watch our video, and actually shift, make a new action, take a new action. That's the whole purpose. And as business owners, the action we want them to take is to take a next step towards us, whether that is downloading our free resource, going onto our email list, registering for our masterclass, registering for a strategy session. When you know how to use elegant influence, it will help you to help people and inspire them, give them value, and it will also, as a byproduct, lead to money and making a difference and you having consistent clients, which is what most of you want. So great to have you here live. Those of you who are joining live, just pop hashtag in the chat box if you're here joining us live. It's always so great to have you here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for leaning in. And if you're here on the replay, just pop a hashtag replay. I always love to know who's here. And please use the comments. Use the comments box to Great to see you here, Candy. I was about to tag you in. Please use the comments box to share your insights and to have a conversation. I'd love this to be more of an interactive session than you just listening. So please use the comments to drop the gems that you are absorbing. So if we can use influence in a heart-centered way, if heart-centered people use influence, people who really care deeply about other people, about making a difference, and people who want the best for other people, it has this profound ripple effect. So influence, have you noticed that everything around us influences us? It's very hard not to be influenced by the things and the people around us because we have mirror neurons. We have actual, I don't know the neuroscience of it, but we have cells inside our body that we become like our environment, and all of our life we have been influenced by things, by situations, by people. So we're being influenced all the time. When it comes to influence, sometimes people don't realize the power of influence. They maybe have a misconception about what influence is. So I want to talk about what our influence is not, first of all, and particularly what elegant influence is not. It is not trying to push someone into doing something. It's not pushy. It's not saying the words that you think will get people to do what you want. It's not that. It's not just about learning business skills. It's definitely not manipulation. What it is about your ability to positively inspire change in yourself and in other people. We need to be able to influence ourselves, first of all, and then we need to pass that influence on for others. And when we become an influential person, we become known as a thought leader, as a person to follow, as someone who has interesting thought-provoking, and actually shifting value to share to make the world a better place. So the actual definition of influence, one dictionary definition says the ability to be a compelling force or to produce effects on the actions, behavior, and opinion of others, to produce effects on our environment around us. And so it is about how people feel when they listen to you. It is about whether people feel a change, an inspiration, some emotion, some energy in their body to want to do something differently by absorbing your content. It's also about who you are. People follow people, not just words on a page, right? So who you are being authentically can be super influential. I had a voice message from my friend Sarah in the UK the other day, and she's like, you know, Kat, I haven't seen her for many, many years. She used to live in Sydney. And she said, you still have influence over me with how I eat. She said, because you would just always make great healthy choices. And I didn't always, like I'd often not, but I don't know, 90% of the time that I was with her, she just observed, she just watched it. And she said, it really inspired me because you didn't push it on anyone. You just did it and you just got on with it. You didn't make a big drama of it, but I just watched it. So often it's about who you're being and working on yourself so that the influence naturally rubs off. I want to share something that I read by Tim Gates. He's a global motivation and change conference speaker. He says, it seems to me that most codes of law, ethical principles, and spiritual texts all encourage, declare, or command the influence of self and of others. Have you noticed that personal and societal development and progress are all governed by a process of influence? I love that. All of the development and growth are governed by a process of influence. A great purpose of life is to influence others around you and yourself to inspire, empowering, and positive change. So when you become more influential, you are basically controlling your future, because what we're influenced by today is affecting our future. Who you are today is a product of what you have been influenced by up to this point. And today you can influence your tomorrow and the tomorrow of other people. I just find it so incredibly exciting because it's really about amplifying what people truly want. It's about helping people get over their limitations and step into that highest version of themselves. Like, what greater gift can we give people than the gift of them stepping up to be all that they could be in life, all that they were created to be on this planet? So I get super excited about this. Influence is one of my favorite topics. So I want to give you 3 keys, 3 ways that you can do it. I teach many, many ways. I really dive deep into this in my compelling content workshop, which is actually coming up next month. If you're interested, just drop the word worksheet into workshop into the comments if you're interested. If you want me to send you the details, it's a free workshop where I really dive deep into how to do this and how to infuse influence, elegant influence, through all of your content, or just DM me the word workshop if you would like me to send you the details about that. Okay, I want to give you 3 keys tonight that you can use straight away. So grab a pen and paper if you haven't already and make some notes. So number 1, the first key to creating content that is elegantly influential, number 1, is to be relatable. Be relatable. I know it sounds super simple, but what a lot of people do in their content is they're so busy trying to prove that they lose their relatability. I was sharing about this today. I ran a masterclass for a company called TipSoup, and they were talking about the balance between like tooting your own horn, which can feel sometimes quite uncomfortable for us to like talk about how great we are, you know, that can come with this level of discomfort. But when we balance that with relatability, that we can actually share our credibility, share our experience and knowledge, but balance it, but just by showing that we're a human being, because people aren't necessarily interested and inspired and influenced by people that profess to have it all together. It's vulnerability that connects us with people. Just think about a conversation you've had that was really vulnerable. Like, think about someone who maybe shared something really vulnerable for you. And how did that affect your feeling towards them, how did that affect your connection that you had with them? Compared to someone just telling you what to do and educating you and telling you how great they are. If we don't balance that trust, that credibility, that experience that has to be there, we have to tell people what we do and how we can help them. That has to be there. But in order to really influence someone, we have to balance that with humanness, with relatability, with connection, with vulnerability, because this is what helps people feel safe. This trust, this experience, credibility, it's got to be there. But sometimes people can feel like you're on a pedestal and they're here and you're here, and it just feels too far away. Like, it's okay for you, but I can't do it. Does that make sense? It's like you're creating a gap between people if you don't show them, hey, I'm just like you, or I was just like you, and I learn a few things and I still struggle with these things. You know, people love it when we can just share vulnerably about our weaknesses and not be afraid to show up and be authentic, because people are more influenced by people that they feel safe with, people that they can trust. And if someone portrays themselves to be too perfect and everything that they say is like super polished in a way that's it just feels unreal. You know the difference. You know, there's professional, and I'm not saying be amateurish. Please don't be amateurish. Please be professional and make it all about the person, but please just be relatable as well. Like, tell your story, share your struggles. And that way people will feel more of a connection with you, and you're more likely to influence them because they will feel like I'm like you, and that will help them feel safe. Number two. So number one's be relatable. Number two is be specific. It's really hard to influence someone if you're not being specific, if you're being too vague, if you're being too high level. In order for us to grab attention using our content and maintain that attention, which is priceless, we need attention online. Attention is like one of the most valuable things we can get online, is someone's attention. When we grab someone's attention, we don't do it by saying, hey, do you want to improve your life? Do you want to live the life of your dreams? Do you want, or even like, are you overwhelmed? That person's like, yeah, but it's just very vague. If you say, are you overwhelmed with X, Y, Z? You're really showing them that you get them. You're bringing it down to specificity. There's high level abstract, and then there's low level specificity and detail. And this is where we meet people and we connect with the conversation they're having in their head. Most people aren't having this high level, where's my life going? I want my dream life conversation. They're having conversations about the specificity of their problems. I look at so much content out there, especially from coaches, and so much of it is really vague. Clarity is so important. Specificity is so important. You can't just say, do you want self-love? Do you want fulfillment? It's about bringing down what's the problem that they're going through in their mind right now. Great impact isn't made when you're vague. And there's such a saturation online. So if you want to cut through the noise, you have to be able to be specific. Think about your website. Think about your social media posts, your profiles, your articles, even the comments that you're putting online. And just ask yourself, how specific are you being when you're talking directly to your ideal client and their pain points, their frustrations, their desires? How specifically are you speaking to that one person, or are you trying to be everything to everyone? When your dream client comes to you, it's so important that they find themselves in your content. And they want to know that you get them. And if we don't speak specifically, they won't feel that, and they won't feel a connection, and you can't influence people if you don't have a connection. We are hungry for people who speak our language. And in order to be an effective influencer, you have to be an effective interpreter of your client's journey. You need to be able to interpret that world for them. You've already been through the obstacles, the bumps of that journey. You've navigated it and traversed it. And now you're going to come back and be their guide and lead them through that journey. You're interpreting that world for them. You've successfully navigated that terrain. And you're here to interpret a specific journey for someone. So it's important that you stand for something and you stand against something if you want to be influential. That is what's motivating and inspiring for someone to improve their life. In order for them to take new action and actually shift, they need to have a perspective shift, and that doesn't come at the super vague level. All right, so number 1, be relatable. Number 2, be specific. Number 3, be curiosity evoking. Be curiosity evoking. Evoke curiosity. Curiosity is the thing that leaves an open loop in someone's mind, and at an unconscious level, they want to close the loop. So if you give everyone everything all the time, they don't feel any tension in their body. Tension is what provokes change. If we have no tension, we won't get out of our comfort zone. So it's tension that actually drives us and motivates us to want to change. So if your posts are just constantly relieving tension, but never building tension, never creating this curiosity of like, oh, she mentioned that she has a program. Oh, she mentioned that she's got an inner circle. What's that all about? Oh, she mentioned that she's got this downloadable resource. I want that. Suddenly they've got like this FOMO feeling, right? So if you plant seeds in their mind about what else you've got, you've talked about this thing, but you show them that it's part of a big whole. So for example, these 3 things that I'm giving you, I mentioned at the beginning of this video, these are just 3 parts of so many things that I teach, right? These are 3 things that sit under how to create content that's elegantly influential. They sit in my compelling content course. It's a whole program, and that sits in the Client Attraction Accelerator, which is a whole roadmap. So you've got to show people, which is exactly what I'm doing right now, that you're just getting a piece of it, you're getting a taste of it, and then there's curiosity for people to want more. We're doing people a disservice if they feel like they consume all of our content and they've got it, they can go and do it. So that's why in these free Facebook Lives, I share a lot of great value. A lot of people get helped by these, but make no mistake, I don't share the majority of what I share with my private paid clients. I don't. And I'm constantly planting seeds about my inner circle and about the programs that I have, because that evokes curiosity, because that's where I know that I can make the biggest impact for people, is when they're in my program. That's when they get all of my attention. They get the whole roadmap. They get my expert eyes on everything. I work through, I brainstorm, I'm in their corner. And you don't just get that from just watching free videos, right? You get some great nuggets, but it's not the full package. So please make sure that in your content, you are evoking curiosity. You're opening loops in people's minds, and you're planting seeds. So those are three things that you can do to be elegantly influential. 3 of many. You see what I'm doing right now. It's quite meta. These are things that I teach in my upcoming workshop called How to Get Clients with Compelling Content. It's happening in November, and there's 2 different dates, on a Tuesday and on a Saturday. So hopefully you can make one of the dates. Just drop the word workshop in the chat box. I always do that in the comments. We're not on Zoom. In the comments right now, if you would like me to send you the details, there's 30 free tickets available, and they are filling up. So just pop the word workshop in the comments now, or DM me the word workshop, and I'll send you all the details. I want you to go away with this thought. When you know how to be elegantly influential, when you understand elegant influence, you are able to use this in your content to attract more clients, to influence all of your audience. Even if they never become clients, you have a bigger impact. Your marketing becomes easier. It becomes more enjoyable. More people are reaching out and responding, and you show up with more confidence. You connect better with your clients. You connect better with your audience, and you get more of the right people. And this is just a skill that anybody can develop. Anybody can develop this. So just a quick recap, 3 things that you can put into your content straight away: be relatable, be specific, and be curiosity evoking. And remember, if you want to be in one of those first 30 people who get a free ticket, just DM me the word workshop. If you're watching this on YouTube, just send me an email, jump on my website, all of the information's there. So take care, my friends. Really appreciate you being here. And remember, keep showing up, keep sharing. The world needs your words. They matter. Big love. Bye for now.